Yeah, so welcome to the moon flow practice, and we are coming into the Gemini waxing moon. The sun has just entered Pisces. So I know I got a Carl is a Pisces. I know a few people are in the Pisces family. So yesterday the sun moved into Pisces. The moon is in Gemini. So both the sun and the moon are in the mutable element. So that's why we wanted to take the legs up the wall or up the couch or up the chair for a moment, just for a few moments to connect to the breath and just start to recirculate the blood flow, the prana. Mutable energy is all about dissolution and transformation and clearing. The mutable signs come at the end of each season. So we just entered the Pisces season, which means we're in the last month of winter. So March 20th, we enter spring with the spring equinox and Aries season. So we are officially the last month of winter. So this is about the dissolving of the winter element, where the snows and the ice begin to melt and that water transform. It transforms and dissolves. And the moon is in the first quarter of Gemini. So the half moon, so if you went outside right now, Pacific Standard Time, you'd already see the moon up. It's that perfect half moon, the first quarter moon. And it's halfway between the new moon and the full moon. So next week, we're going to have the full moon in Virgo, which will be Earth. So we are in a mutable cycle right now, which this is a really good time for cleansing and clearing and transitioning and processing. This weekend, we will have the Gemini air element and the Pisces water element. So writing, stream of consciousness writing down your dreams, communicating your dreams. This is a really good weekend for processing and clarifying information. We also have Mercury getting ready to be direct tomorrow. Mercury starts to go direct. So a lot of energy is shifting. So by starting with our legs up the wall, legs up the bed, the couch, wherever you are, the blood flow reverses. So whenever we lie down and put the legs up, that's different from how most of us spend our time. So it's one of the fastest ways to just shift, right? So dissolving from whatever state you've been in all day, moving into the state of yoga, the practice of yoga. And so begin to feel into the breath, start to feel into the body. Pisces rules the lymphatic system and the feet. So it might be a good weekend for a foot massage also as we enter this Pisces cycle. Gemini rules the voice box and the hands. So you could also go for a hand massage too, hands and feet. So we are in like the hands and the feet in the energy of the practice today. In the chakra system, the air element lives in the heart and the water element lives in the hips. So we'll sort of anchor this energy through the hips and the heart. And again, it's all about flow. Mutable energy moves quickly. So there will definitely be a more fluid, flow to the practice today. And again, air energy moves pretty quick. So when the moon is in Gemini, we are inquisitive, we are curious, we might talk and think fast. There may be a little more tendency towards anxiety or flakiness when the moon is in Gemini. But it is the moon of the student, the moon of the twins. And the first quarter moon is said to be the challenger moon. So if you set an intention at the new moon about a week ago, this is the moon that says, like, are you sure? Right? Like as we're leading up to the full moon, this is the moon that shows us the obstacles, it shows us the challenge. And we kind of decide if we want to continue focusing on where we're at as we head towards the full moon, or if we want to change direction. So just take the next couple of breaths to allow that blood to flow the other way, to feel into the breath. Again, maybe squeeze your hands and feet a few times, squeeze them and let them go. And just give yourself that permission to feel into the body, feel into the flow. Water and air, the mind and emotions. The waxing first quarter moon, and the last official month of winter. And this is where we find ourselves as we come into the practice today. So settle your body. Notice the subtle shift that occurs as soon as we take the legs up, so that blood flows the other way. And just let this practice be one of curiosity. Let it be one of processing. Let this be a practice of coming into awareness, just awareness of what is dissolving, what is coming in as we start to move closer to the full moon, move closer to the spring equinox. You know, this next month, a lot of things can kind of come and go rather quickly in the mutable cycles. But right here, right now, we arrive. And again, feeling the consciousness extend out into the hands and the feet, and then draw back in towards your center. Honor yourself for showing up, for taking time to practice this first quarter moon practice. And as always, trusting the intuition of the practice, trusting you'll receive what you need. Take another big breath in, fill yourself up. And then open mouth, exhale. Now, as you inhale, feel yourself reach out into your fingers and the toes, almost like you were stretching out like a starfish, like you were trying to spread out, even with the legs up the wall. Just inhale out into the fingers and the toes, and then exhale, squeeze your hands, squeeze your feet, feel everything hug in towards the pelvis, towards the heart, like almost contracting in towards center. And then again, as you inhale, feel yourself reach out like a starfish, like a jellyfish, big reach out through the fingers and the toes. And then exhale, squeeze your hands, squeeze your feet, squeeze in towards belly, towards heart. And then one more time, inhale, reach, reach, open, open. Exhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. If the legs are up the wall, you can bring the soles of the feet together. If your legs are up a chair or couch, you can do that as well, or you can start to draw the knees in. And this is definitely a good cycle to get upside down, help the body to flush things out. So as I said, the lymphatic system in the feet are the parts of our physicality that are highlighted during the Pisces cycle. And then again, this weekend, the hands, arms, the voice box are also part of it. Go ahead and draw the knees in, give yourself a big hug. And then rock and roll and shift yourself up to sit. And sit however it's comfortable. So you can sit up on the chair, you can sit up on the mat, you can sit up on a blanket. And we're gonna go ahead and just take a little bit of breathing before we start to move. So with the left hand, you can make Jnana Mudra, the index finger and thumb, the other fingers out. And then with the right hand, you can fold the middle fingers just to make it simple. Take the hands up towards the face. So we're gonna work with some alternate nostril breathing, but we're gonna focus on Chandra Vedana, on the moon breath. So exhale out both nostrils, and then with your thumb, close off the right. And you're just going to inhale and exhale through the left. So as you inhale through the left nostril, try to breathe up into the third eye point, and then exhale out the left nostril. So just inhaling and exhaling through the left. Now, if you have some sinus stuff kind of going on and this is too much, you can always do what we call the psychic version, where you don't close off the nostrils, but you just really focus and imagine as though you're just breathing up and down that left side. Sometimes that's enough to create the hemisphere shift. We're trying to slow down the breath. And the breath move up through the third eye. And then the next time you inhale up the left nostril, pause. And then you'll close off the left and you'll exhale the right. And then you'll close off the right. So now you'll inhale left, exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right. And again, nice and slow. So the left side nostril is connected to the left side of the body, which ties us to the right brain, which is the more intuitive sort of lunar aspect of our body and mind, the intuitive visual. And then the right nostril connects to the right side, which goes up into the left brain, which is our more logical, linear. And then again, the next time you inhale through the left nostril, pause. And then you'll exhale out the right nostril. And then this time you'll inhale right, close off both, exhale left. And then you'll inhale left. So now traditional Nadi Shodhana. So you exhale out one side, inhale same side, close off both. And then again, exhale one side, inhale same side, close off both. And just a couple rounds like this. So we focused on that left side first to really try to get the prana into that left brain. And then we inhale to we're bringing in left and clearing out the right, and now bringing that balance. And now the next time you exhale out the left nostril, release your hands. Good. And then take a deep breath in. Hold the breath, squeeze the belly in, squeeze everything back towards the spine, kind of like imagine kind of locking everything in and up towards the crown, squeeze and hold the breath. And then open mouth, let it go. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, one hand to heart, one hand to belly, bowing in and just noticing. So after just a few minutes upside down and a few minutes of breath, sometimes that can have a really powerful shift. Again, inverting and pranayama, such powerful ways to sort of dissolve stagnant energy and bring us back into the present. And so from this place of presence, we bow to this waxing first quarter moon, the Gemini moon, and we will chant Om Chandraya to invoke this challenging and inspiring element. So you can just listen or you can hum along with me. Take a deep breath in. Om Chandraya Namaha. Take another breath. As you sigh it out, release the hands, switch the cross of the legs if you've been sitting cross-legged, and let's just start to circle. So if you've been sitting still, let's just start to bring in some fluidity. So really ground through your hips. Let this movement start in your hips, start to work into your pelvis, into your waist, then into your chest, excuse me, into the throat and the head and the neck. To keep grounding the hips, soften the jaw, relax the face. So we're working with fluidity of water and air, the most mutable variations of water and air. So again, Pisces is often felt again like raindrops, like ice melting, everything transforming in water, snow, ice. Think about how, again, the waters of winter begin dissolving towards the waters of spring. And then Gemini also is the very quick moving air. Think about how quickly a hummingbird beats their wings, or a butterfly. That's kind of the Gemini element. So a lot of moving energy today. Go ahead and reverse the direction and just go with it. So we don't need to rush. And sometimes there's that feeling with Gemini moon in particular, especially in the first quarter, you definitely may feel like you need to get things done. Like we need to take a lot of actions and check things off. So we want to just stay more in the fluid nature, go with the flow, let things move, let things happen. And there's a couple really beautiful Taoist quotes about that. You know, it's like nature never hurries, and yet, right, like everything happens. I didn't say that perfectly, I'm paraphrasing, but it's this idea that, like, you know, things just happen in their time in nature, and the seasons happen, and life occurs, right? But we're always rushing around as humans. That's why we take this time. And the moon practice for me has also really been one, you know, following the moon is so different than our society, which really does chase the sun, right? Chase the daylight, the working, you know, we lengthen the hours of the day, we adjust the light of the day. So moving with the moon. Go ahead and bring it back to center. Take another breath, and then just exhale, gentle neck stretch, let the left ear come down to the left shoulder, and just draw some half moons. So we're in that half moon element. So just gentle. And if it doesn't feel right for you to kind of draw the half moon, you can just kind of keep the head neutral and then drop to one side, bring the head neutral, and go again. But it feels okay to do that half moon shape, you can take it, soften the face, soften the jaw. Relax the shoulders. And whatever side the head lands on, you can allow it to hold there. And you might just allow the stretch, or you can play with extending the opposite arm, taking that same side hand and adding a little weight. Inhale. Exhale, release, draw the chin across the chest, come over the other side, and you can just open here. You can add some resistance, not too much resistance, definitely not a mutable construct. This is neither of these elements resists. Inhale, exhale, release, chin to chest. And then go ahead and roll it up, extend your legs, give them a nice little shake, and we'll come to all fours. So you can always stay seated if you can't come to all fours. If you're able to come to all fours, you also are welcome to pad the knees. Spread the fingers, tuck the toes, push the hands down, and just move into your cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, roll the chest open. Exhale, arch back. And just start to find your flow. Moving with the breath. Softening the jaw, noticing the tension in the body, anything we want to dissolve in the body, the mind, the emotions. And again, you may be feeling those challenges coming up right now around the areas that maybe you want to focus on or that you're trying to let go of. And pressing down through your hands, tucking your toes. So again, Gemini is hands, Pisces is feet. Feeling into your hands and your feet as we articulate through the spine, move with the breath. And then round back towards cat. Tuck the toes if they're not. Walk it back to broken toe. So if you're sitting back on your heels, all 10 toes are tucked underneath. And then you can keep your hands down. If you're able, inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, give yourself a hug. And just find a little flow here. Inhale up, exhale, opposite arm on top. But obviously in broken toe pose, for some of us, we need to keep the hands down. So again, totally fine if you can't add this movement for the upper body. Take a few more breaths. Weight back in the heels, feeling the opening through the feet. If you're doing the arm movement, go ahead and hold whatever side you land on. Just draw down through the shoulders. Give yourself a little rock. Take a breath. Exhale it out. Go ahead and switch to that other side with the arms if you're doing that. Otherwise, just try to keep breathing into broken toe. Take another big inhale. Exhale, place your hands down, shift forward, kick the legs out. And now we're gonna flip, we're gonna stretch out the wrists. So start to turn your hands towards you. If you can only get the hands out to the sides, that's fine. Or you can do one hand at a time. But pointing the fingers towards you, softening the elbows. So for some of us, we can barely be here. We just have to focus and breathe. For others, we can start to flow through that cat-cow again. And you might challenge yourself by pushing the tops of the feet down as you open the chest, and then tuck your toes as you round back. As long as that's not too much with the weight in the wrist. So bringing the feet into that cat-cow movement, pushing through the tops of the feet and then tucking the toes. Spread your fingers, soften your jaw. Couple more. Again, if you need to come off the wrist, please listen to that. And then pause, round, and then slowly release the hands. Shift back into that broken toe pose one more time if you can. Gently shake out your wrists. If you can, take the arms up overhead and shake the wrists up here. Again, of course, please listen to the body. Do what you need to do. Keep the toes tucked and just shake out the arms. So the shaking is actually a real thing for the nervous system, and shaking at this point with the arms up helps again to clear out stagnant energy in the shoulders and the arms and the wrists. In some practices in the Kundalini tradition, they would shake the hands up overhead like this for, anywhere up to like 11 minutes, which I don't do, but you can just feel that energy move. And if you're still with the broken toe pose, you're feeling that through the legs. So let's go ahead and take a big breath. Lion's breath, stick out your tongue. And release everything, shift back into ragdoll. So let's come off the toes and off the arms and just shake it out. Rock it out, shake out your head, bend your knees. Feel the opening through the legs. This is a mild inversion too. So when we bow into that ragdoll, the blood floods down. And then soft bend in the knees, roll up one vertebra at a time. Come up to stand, inhale, reach it up. Exhale, right arm down the right leg, left arm overhead. Inhale up. Exhale, left arm down. And just stay with that for a few rounds. Push down through your feet. Keep the shoulders on the back. Think about reaching through the fingers, so again, creating that kind of half moon shape. One more to each side. And then inhale, reach it up, big stretch. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway, hands can come to shins or thighs. Exhale, bow. Inhale, sweep the arms wide, reach up, lift up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, side bend right. Inhale up. Exhale, side bend left. Inhale up. Exhale, fold through center, soft knees. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, bow. Inhale, all the way up. Hands to heart. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, side bend left. Inhale up. Exhale, right. Inhale up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, soft knees, step back out to all fours. Plant the hands and the knees down. Press the tops of the feet down. Inhale, roll your chest up, open up. Exhale, tuck the toes, round back, walk yourself back to broken toe. Inhale, sweep the arms up, reach up. Exhale, right arm under left, eagle arm, stretch up, take a big breath in. Exhale, as you release, come up to standing on the knees. Inhale, stretch up, stretch your hips. Exhale, place the hands down. Inhale, open the chest into cow. Exhale, lift up into soft knee, downward dog. Take a big breath. Exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep it up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, right hand grabs left wrist, pull up and over. Inhale up, left hand grabs right wrist up and over. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive through center. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, walk it forward to all fours. Hands under the shoulders, push the tops of the feet down. Inhale, open the chest into cow. Exhale, tuck the toes, round into cat, walk back to broken toe. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, left arm under right. Roll the shoulders down. Take a big breath in. Exhale here. Inhale, release the arms, come to standing on the knees. Press the hips forward, open your chest. Exhale, hands down. Push back, downward dog. Big breath in. Exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Hands to heart. Good. Inhale, reach up, stretch up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, walk forward into that downward dog. And you can always keep a nice wide down dog so your feet are down, you're pushing your hips back so there's not as much weight on the wrists. Take a breath, and you can stay in down dog or roll towards plank. And then lower your knees, untuck your toes, lower your hips, and we'll meet on the belly in Sphinx. So if you were in more of a wide leg fold, just walk yourself out to Sphinx on the forearms. Tops of the feet down, press through the tops of the feet, spread the fingers. So feel the tips of your toes and the tips of your fingers hugging towards each other. So hug the tips of the fingers and the tips of the toes towards center. Shake out your head, soften your jaw, press the pelvis down. So opening up the heart, activating the kidneys, which is also where water lives in the yin tradition. But again, really feeling tips of toes, tips of fingers, pull in towards center. Take another big breath. Lion's breath, stick out the tongue. As you start to lower down, slide your thumbs in line with your chest. Push the feet down. And as you inhale, lift up into low cobra, but then lift your hands. And as you lift your hands, just wiggle your fingers. Wiggle your fingers as you lift your chest. Just notice if that changes anything in the awareness of the upper body. Wiggle the fingers, take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower the hands. Push back to either child's pose or go ahead and go back into that down dog. Give yourself a moment, take a couple breaths, either in child's pose or down dog, just feeling into the flow of the body. Again, working a little bit with the lymphatic system here as we kind of work with some of the compression with the hands and the feet. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, walk it back to your forward fold, to either from child's pose or downward dog. Hang over the legs, shake out the head. Inhale, start to roll it up, one vertebra at a time. Bring it up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, right arm down the right leg, left arm over. Find that little side bend flow. Draw your belly in. Soften the jaw. Creating that half moon shape, which is the shape of the moon in the sky right now. One more to each side. Inhale up. Exhale, fold through center. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale up. Exhale, right arm down, left arm over. Inhale up. Exhale, left arm down, right arm over. Reach to the fingertips. Inhale up. Exhale, fold through center. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step forward to all fours. Hands under shoulders, push the tops of the feet down. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest into your cow. Exhale, tuck the toes, round to cat. Shift back to broken toe. Again, inhale, reach up, right arm under left, eagle arms, or hold the shoulders. Now draw the elbows in, try to keep this. Now as you inhale, stand up on the knees, reach those arms up. Lift up through the elbows, inhale. And then as you exhale, release the arms, reach your arms straight up. Take the right hand to the low back and stretch that left arm over, opening the chest, opening the side body. And then inhale, reach it up. Exhale, hands come down, push back into that soft knee down dog. Take a deep breath. Exhale, walk your hands back towards your feet. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach it up. Hands to heart. Again, inhale up. Exhale, left arm comes down, right arm overhead. Inhale up. Exhale, right arm down, left arm overhead. Inhale up. Exhale, fold down through center. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step to all fours. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Push the tops of the feet down. Open the chest into cow. Lift your heart. Exhale, tuck the toes, round back, walk yourself back to broken toe. If you can, reach up, left arm under right eagle arm, or just hold the shoulders. Draw the elbows in, stay on the knees as you lift up though, and stand on the knees so you can bring the hips forward, open the chest, lift the elbows, inhale. Exhale, draw the elbows down. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, this time left hand comes to left hip, right arm up and over. Press the hips forward. And then inhale, reach it up. Exhale, place the hands under the shoulders, soft knees, downward dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale here. Inhale, roll forward towards plank. Exhale, lower the knees, untuck the toes down into your Sphinx. So again, hug the tips of the fingers and pull the tips of the toes in towards center. Shake out your head, soften your jaw. Inhale through the nose, exhale, lion's breath. Inhale, exhale, slide the thumbs in line with the chest, hug in. Next breath, roll yourself up, cobra, then lift the hands, wiggle your fingers. And then if it's available, lift your toes and wiggle the toes. It's an interesting thing that happens in our consciousness when we wiggle the fingers and toes. Take a deep breath in, maybe lifting into locust, maybe you're still in cobra. Inhale, wiggle, wiggle. Exhale, lower down. And again, push up and back, child's pose or downward facing. Give yourself a moment, let that blood flow. Inhale. Exhale, walk it back to ragdoll. Soften your knees a lot. Slide your hands under your feet. So bend your knees as much as you need to slide the hands under the feet so you're standing on your wrist for gorilla. And then maybe you start to straighten the legs, maybe not. So feeling the hands and the feet here. Soften the jaw. Deep breath. Exhale, release the hands. Roll yourself up. Good, give yourself a little shake. And then take the feet about hip width distance apart. And as you inhale, reach the arms up, draw the right knee into the chest, exhale lower. And you're just gonna flow with this. So drawing one knee in. So I'm gonna move the arms and the legs. So just playing with a little bit of balance. And even feel the toes here. So as you place the feet down, you can play with like flexing and pointing through your wrists and through your feet. So just interesting to bring a little extra flexion and awareness to the hands and feet. Just gonna letting that move through the body. The next time you have the right leg up, hold. So you might just have the tips of the toes on the earth. You might have that knee into the chest. Take a big breath in. And then as you exhale, you're gonna cross the right leg over the left, coming into eagle. So you can start to bend the left knee. Now, if that's too much, just keep the right leg up. Otherwise, start to cross. And you can stack the foot in the calf. And then again, bring the right arm under the left. Roll the shoulders down. Sit back, draw the belly in. And you can keep the legs as straight as you comfortably can, or start to bend and sit back, bringing the elbows and the thighs towards each other. Sit back into the hips, into the legs. Take one more breath. Exhale everything out. See if you can bring it back up. Unwind the arms, bend that right knee in. Take a breath. And then exhale, release. Give it a shake. Shake it out. And then again, just go back into that kind of little marching. Flexing through the wrists and the ankles. Soften your jaw. Next time the left leg comes up, hold, and maybe it stays right here. Toes down, lift up. And then as you exhale, we're gonna bring the left arm under the right for eagle. And that left leg can cross over the right, just even bringing the foot towards the outside of the ankle, or you can bring the foot towards the back of the ankle. I can't do that on this side right now. And again, you can stay upright. You might rock a little bit. You can also just do one or the other, or you can stack the elbows and the knees. So soften the jaw, focus on something in front of you that's not moving. And you can always keep that left leg just with the knee bent or the toe on the floor. Take another big breath. Exhale it out. Now again, can you unwind? Lift just that left leg. Reach the arms up, take a big inhale. And exhale, release. Whew. Shake it out. Give yourself a good shake. And then soften the knees, a little windmill, maybe even lifting up. So as you twist to the right, lift up onto the opposite toes. Shake out the head. And then bring it back to center. Take the feet about as wide as the mat, reach the arms up. Bring it down into squat. You're more than welcome to put a block under your butt or just sit your butt between your heels. Just bring a little grounding. Draw the shoulders down and back. Soften the face. Breathing into the kidneys and the hips and the heart. Deep breath. Lion's breath on the exhale. Can you shift forward to all fours? Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Push the tops of the feet down. Open the chest into cow. Exhale, round into cat. Push back into child's pose. Inhale, roll up into cow. Exhale, back to cat, back to child. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, back. Inhale, lift up. And then if you want, you can exhale, add that downward dog. And then inhale, lower the knees, push back, child's pose. This is a flow that we frequently do, not always towards the end of the practice, so it might feel a little different here. You can add that down dog if you want that deeper stretch or still feeling that energy flowing. And then if you are adding down dog, go ahead and pause. You can also do this from all fours. Lift the right leg up. Point through the toes. Big stretch. Inhale. Exhale, bring that right knee forward in for pigeon press. You can also lie on your back, of course, for sleeping pigeon and cross the ankle over the thigh. Square the hips. You can put something underneath the right hip or underneath the back knee. Give yourself a little rock. Now you can just stay in pigeon, either upright or coming down. Obviously, if you're in sleeping pigeon, you're going to be there. Or you can point the back toes, draw the heel in, and then with the left arm, reach back and hold the top of the foot. Square the chest forward and breathe here. And you might just take a couple breaths with the quad stretch and the heart opener here. Or you might stay here for the whole next minute. So just finding the breath and sleeping pigeon, reclining, forward or upright, maybe adding that quad stretch. Can you connect back to the breath? Regardless, can you wiggle the toes on either foot? A few more slow, steady breaths. Inhale. If you're holding the back foot, big exhale to release it. So hands down. And then from wherever you are, you can make your way back to down dog or child's pose or hug the knees in. Maybe do a little flow. And then before we come to the other side, we're going to do one other thing. So if you're able to bring yourself to all fours, we'll once again extend the right leg. And this time add the left arm. And you can stay just like this, or once again, bend the back leg. This time left hand reaches for the right foot. Again, maybe holding those toes with the hand, creating that circle, that cycle with the hand and foot. Otherwise, just keep extending, soften the jaw, kick the foot back, open the heart, take a deep breath in. Exhale, release. You can push back to down dog or stay in all fours. And then when you're ready, we'll lift the left leg up. Pause for a moment, press through that right leg. Inhale. Exhale, left foot forward for single pigeon, sleeping pigeon. And obviously each side is different, so honor that. You can use any support, bolsters, blankets, something under the hip, something under the back knee. And again, you can just stay with the hip opener or point the right toes, draw the right leg in, and the right arm will sweep back, hold the foot, and you can stay here as long as you comfortably can, or you can not be here at all and just come back into your pigeon. So we do get that little extra quad stretch, and then again, we get that contact of the hand and the foot. Soften the face. Full breaths. Deep breath in. If you're holding the foot, go ahead and release it. And just take a moment, settling kind of more centrally. Deep breath in wherever you are. Maybe exhale a lion's breath here. And then slowly make your way back to down dog, all fours, child's pose. Give it a moment. And then if you'd like to play with that balance one more time, we'll extend the left leg once more. So reach back through the leg, maybe reach the right arm up. Stay there or bend the foot back and create that circuit of the hand to foot. This time the opposite. So squaring the chest forward, softening the jaw. Big, big breath. Exhale, release. And again, this time tuck your toes. Come back to standing up on the knees. So the toes are tucked, the knees are under the hips. Take your hands to your low back, point your fingers down, and then roll up for just a modified cobra. So if it is your practice to take one hand back to the foot at the time, to the heel at the time, once again, you can close that circuit of hand to foot. Otherwise, just really feel the fingertips reaching down as you tuck the toes, open the throat. The chin can stay tucked, or you can open back, lean back, slide the palate back, hips forward. Take one more big breath. And then slowly release, sit back on the heels. You can have the toes tucked or not. And if you're able to stay on the heels, stay on the heels. If you need to come to sit, you can. But again, we're going to make that Jnana Mudra with the left hand. Take the right hand, fold the fingers. Close off the right nostril. And again, just breathe in and out through that left nostril. And again, next time you inhale through the left, close that off with the pinky and exhale out the right. And then again, you are exhaling right and inhaling left. And the next time you exhale out the right nostril, completely empty. And then you'll inhale right. Close off right. You'll exhale left and then inhale left. So alternating. And the next time you exhale out the left nostril, release. Shake out the head, a big breath. Let it go. Inhale, fill up through the nose. The top of the inhale, squeeze the pelvic floor, squeeze the belly, hug everything in and back and up. Hold, hold, hold. And then exhale. And then go ahead and come onto the back. Give yourself a hug. I'm going to take a little twist here. So if you have a favorite supine twist, you can do that. Some Basic variations, if you have your knees to your chest, you open the arms out and you just roll your knees to one side. You could also do the windshield wiper variation where the feet are on the mat, nice and wide, and then you roll them to the right. So that one's probably the easiest, and then the knees up and over is a little bit deeper. Shake out your head a little bit. Soften the shoulders and the face. Just take one more full round of breath. And as you exhale, wiggle your fingers and your toes. And then inhale, draw the knees up. And then shift to the other side. Roll the shoulders down, soften the jaw. Just clearing out, dissolving the stagnant emotional and mental debris from the winter season, from the first week of this lunar cycle. So we move into the energy, getting closer to the full moon, getting closer to the spring equinox. And yet we are here, right now, under the waxing first quarter moon. Deep breath in. Exhale everything out, and then wiggle fingers and toes. And then give yourself a hug. Give yourself a hug, and then you can extend out for Shavasana. You can take the legs back up the wall or the bed or set up. And of course, you're more than welcome if you want a longer than, like a four-minute Shavasana, you are always welcome to leave the practice so that you can enjoy your Shavasana. Otherwise, let's just take a few minutes to rest under this waxing first quarter moon. Allowing yourself to drink in the mutable energies that are available right now. Honoring yourself for taking time to tune into the moon. And again, we're in a new solar cycle as well. And just let yourself rest, dissolve, surrender for just a few minutes. Let everything else go. Feel into the hands and the feet. You can continue to rest. Otherwise, start to wiggle those fingers and toes. As you inhale, draw the prana out into the edges of the fingers and the toes, and then exhale, curl them in towards center. Again, as though you were a starfish or a jellyfish. And when you're ready, you might curl everything in or start to rock side to side. We can make our way to sit to seal the practice together. As you come up, you can gather at your seat, inhaling the arms up to the sky. Exhale, draw down, hand to heart, hand to belly. Give a little rock. We finish with 3 ohms, sending an ohm to yourself. What it is that is dissolving and processing at this time. Send an ohm to the world where it is needed, and we offer an ohm to our Mama Earth and our Grandmother Moon. Take a deep breath in. Inhale, draw the hands to heart, rub the palms, big breath in. Exhale, we extend out into our circle, left palm up, right hand down, feeling into our virtual moon circle. Take another breath, lift your heart. Exhale, hands to the earth, and we bow. Thank you for sharing this practice with me. Tuning in under the waxing moon. Have a beautiful weekend, and I hope to see you soon. Many blessings.